Welcome to Ascending Soul's Journey. I am Lorianne, your intuitive guidance and life coach, here to talk about spiritual awakening and answer all of your general questions regarding spirituality. Many of us have a lot of questions that we would like to have answered. We don't know how do we communicate with our guides, and do we all have guides, and do they have names? So I'm here to help hi Elizabeth, I'm here to help you guys answer some of these wonderful questions that you have. Hi, welcome everybody. I'm so glad that you're here. It's so nice to see you guys. I just love doing this for you. I'm all caught up with my readings. Yes, I got all the back ones done, so I'm back on schedule with that, which is really good. Hi, Peter. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and start with the actual topic, and then I'm gonna look at a couple of questions that send me an email, Peter. I don't have you down for today or this week, so I have to look at my schedule to see when it's due. Anyway, yeah, oh, thank you so much. Have I heard of a light bulb bursting? Oh, mine burst all the time. What she's asking, I think, clarify this if you'd like, as a psychic, the more gifts we have, the more energy that we use, because we as a collective consciousness, we're all connected, right? And it's like electricity, if you want to look at it from that particular angle. That electricity runs through us. That's why a lot of times you see me itching my nose. Okay, I'm not being rude. It's just I itch in my head and I itch. Generally, it's only from like the chest right here up. I don't itch anywhere else on my body. But all of that electricity comes down through the crown chakra, through the third eye. So it's generating all into this area and it makes us itch. Okay, so that electricity, what happens is it starts, my light bulbs, I can buy one that says a 10-year warranty on it. You know, it's guaranteed for 10 years. I'm like, if I go 10 weeks on that light bulb and boom, it's gone. 10 days sometimes. I put them in and within 2-3 days, boom, they're gone. Mechanical will malfunction. Electronics malfunction. And I'm one of those kind of people. I can be looking at my computer and it's malfunctioning for me. Have you come and look at it. You see it's malfunctioning for me. You sit down, it works fine. And everybody will turn around and go, there's nothing wrong with it. Well, you just saw me do it, you know, but I know what it is. So in response, yes, electricities pop. Now that can be from you, and it can be if you have a visitor in your home. They will also do that as well, because any kind of being also has that energy running through them. So if you have a ghost, I haven't really noticed it with angels. I don't see that they pop any light bulbs or have any malfunctions. Now, what I have been having lately over the last 3 weeks, you know, when you're looking at the digital outline, the background behind something that is on electronics, on your internet, right? Or even TV. It's made of those pixels, and those pixels are little itty bitty bitty squares, a multitude of little squares, right? Well, what I've been seeing, and this is happening a lot, it's happening on some of your personal videos. You can see that an angel has come in, and you can see the outline of the angel in those pixels on the screen, and they'll go right over my face. They'll make my eyes turn like really weird, and you can see these on your videos. So when you guys order readings from me, I have called the angels guides. I'm calling everybody in so that you can see what I live with every day. You can see that they really are real. So it's even more than an orb. Even the Capricorn video from July, that's an actual angel that you see going across the screen. You can see the wings on that particular angel. It's not just the orb. It's an angel. It's little itty bitty 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 angel. So it's really cool. You guys pay attention when you watch my videos, because I am calling them into your readings to help you have hope, have faith. Because when we see these, wonderful, what we call miracles. When we see them, it really makes us understand, wow, there is something greater out there. And that's what I'm all about. Hi, Mary. That's what I'm all about. And that's what I'm here to do for you guys. Hi, Joaquin. I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a long time. Glad you're here. So what we're talking about today, you guys, is signs of a spiritual awakening. And what I mean by this is when you get through the rough part, because we all know how rough it is, right? You guys have been through it. It's rough. You panic. You go through a lot of confusion. Your throat chakra closes down, meaning when you're high, when you want to speak, it's tight in here and it feels really tense, right? That's your your throat chakra is closing. That's what it is. And when we have difficulty, especially many of you who are the chaser, which most of you would be considered if you're going through the soulmate journey, those of you going through spiritual transformations, there are things that we want to say. And when we are in two different minds and we're out of alignment, we have great difficulty speaking. We have difficulty defending ourselves, saying what we really feel. Some of us can't express our emotions at all. I'm an Aquarius, so, you know, I can hide, excuse me, my emotions really well. So in me trying to communicate with specific people, primarily, it's not with everybody, although there are parts of the journey that it could very well be with almost everybody you encounter. This is actually very difficult to just say the words. Yeah, see, Libra, Rainbow, she's not speaking up. I'm sorry if you're a guy. Yeah, I tried to contact, I was guided to contact him. This was a while back ago. And I was really afraid. I was terrified to contact him and I didn't want to do it. And so when I was communicating with him, it was, because I couldn't talk. It was literally so tense in the throat. So I know some of you guys know what I'm talking about. So when you get through that stage, when you come into the reality, oh my gosh, I'm really going through something, out of the I'm not crazy, we start the journey, we think we're absolutely cuckoo. We know if we go to a psychiatrist, they're gonna lock us up because what we're seeing, what we're experiencing is so surreal compared to the human world. It would be very difficult for a psychiatrist, if they have not been through the journey, to understand, and they would literally think that you need to be locked up, right? You need to go get some type of assistance. That's what I do. I am an intuitive guidance counselor. I walk people through their journey. I help people who are not in the soulmate journey, who are not in transformation by God, break through blockages so that they can move forward, because they also go through all of these symptoms. For those of you who are going through a transformation where there is no romantic soulmate, any kind of soulmate on any level, you're going to experience all of these things as well, and the universe is going to help you through it, okay? So don't think you're alone. None of us are ever alone. Isn't it odd? And I wonder how many of you are seeing all of the amazing footage of the spirits, the ghosts, the angels. Angels are everywhere right now. You can see orbs all over. People are catching them on their videos and uploading them. Many of you have seen them, so if you're not a believer, look and you will see they are there. One of my guidance clients has an amazing video. You can see the trumpet coming from, it's very light outline, trumpet coming down from the clouds, and you can see this being going right up into it. It is incredible. She took the photo herself. So let me go ahead and start with this. So after you come through that stage of the journey, of your personal journey, after you're ready, you know, we withdraw. We don't want to be around people. When we're ready to put our little toe out there and get back out into society, you'll start feeling a shift within you. Now, this shift is a very positive shift, and many of you are getting ready to have a shift within your life. In the month of August, a lot of us are coming to a completion of a cycle. There are different groups of us, right? So there are different groups that are getting ready to complete a cycle. About 3/4 of the way through your journey, you're going to start feeling more energetic. You're going to start having more energy. You're going to start... You got crying. I'm not crying. Do I look like I'm crying? I'm sweating. I need some of that girl powder on me. You will start having more energy. You'll start getting excited. And when you go out, you'll start noticing how connected many of you, a lot of my guidance clients that aren't even halfway through, especially those of you who have taken my psychic development courses, you're already doing it. You're already feeling energy from other people and recognizing it. So we become very aware of the ability to pick up on other people's energy. That's confirmation that we are all connected, right? We'll have this amazing empathy towards people. We can feel their energy. We can feel their pain without even understanding it. So we can go forward. You can go in the grocery store and feel that energy. And even though you're in a really good mood, you can tell who it's coming from. You can start to identify it. So it's really amazing when you start connecting all of this. You'll have this incredible heightened sense of psychic ability. It will increase if you've already got it. Those of you who have grown through your journey, you're going to start having a heightened sense of psychic ability, and that's on many different levels. So if you're interested in finding out what your gift is and how to tap into it, some of my guidance clients are on now, and I teach them how to actually do it right there and then. So you learn how to bring it on and turn it off, okay? You'll hear, excuse me, so you'll be very drawn to nature. And what I mean by this, when you step out and you go out into the world, everything is very, very different. Colors are brilliant. You look at nature and it's amazing. It feels like a child, you know, when you're a kid and you look at the big Ferris wheel when you're little and you're like, wow, that's how it feels when you go into nature, because we get to see the true colors of all the nature that's around us. And we understand that we're connected to that nature on a conscious or subconscious level. We actually understand that. So it's kind of really beautiful. It's water, even, you know, running water sounds so calming and soothing, where before we could have went to the ocean and went, yay, let's go jump in the water. Now it's like, oh, it just is so calming to us because it's very healing energy. We are also drawn to animals, and we see that we can connect. You can be near an animal and talk to them, and you can tell there's just something there. And I know some of you have experienced this, where it's like you and the animal are actually communicating, because for many of you, you really are. I communicate with my animals all the time, and they tell me what they want, and I just go get it. You know what I mean? It's not like they talk, you know, from their mouth like Mr. Ed. I don't know who remembers Mr. Ed, but he was a talking horse for those of you who don't know who he is. But it's just very, very beautiful. But it's all about realization of the beauty that's around us that we take for granted because we live in such a fast-paced society. We are not in alignment. And honestly, and I know you guys will agree, we take things for granted. We do. We take things for granted. When you come through the journey, after you've gone through all of that, it's like breaking free from jail. I know that's a little rough, right? It's not jail. But that's what it feels like, you know, stepping out. You've been locked up for so long, because some of us have been locked up for a year and a half, or 3 years. It depends on the person and what they're dealing with. Hello, India. So it's beautiful. We also, as we move forward, we have an intense dislike towards negative people, negative situations, and negative attitudes. We really do not like it. We stay away from drama. If there's drama in the office, we'll just start walking and just turn right around. We don't even want to participate with it. No. Anybody who is in our life that is of negative aspect in any way, if we have not already removed them from our life, we will wind up wrapping up our cycle by removing those people. Many of you have people, situations, employment situations, all kinds of things are going to come to a close. Some of you are going to get up and walk out of your job or leave a relationship, or the other way around. It will be done to, well, not to you, for you. Because anything that is no longer in your highest good, the universe, the angels are going to get rid of it. So if you're in a toxic job and your cycle is coming to a close, okay, you have to know if you're actually going to complete your journey. This would only be for those of you who are ready to complete your journey. In August, you know, you could walk out on your job, you could leave your job, your partner, your friends, and some of your family as well, and most definitely situations. So driving to a certain area, when you're locale, every time you go in that area, you feel really, you feel that energy. You will never go back there again. Nope, you will stay away from that area because we feel that negative vibration, and we don't want any form of negativity around us when we come out of this journey, because we understand how the positive side of us feels. So it's really lovely. We'll just walk away from them. We become very much aware of humanity as a whole, of staying away from the politics and the racism and all of those negative aspects, kind of, you know, what I just spoke preceding, but it encompasses this as well. This is humanity in a whole. So not only is it our friends, family, work, lovers, all of that, it is literally, we don't want to hear what's going on in politics because we don't agree with it. If it doesn't resonate. For some of us, it could. It just depends on the circumstances of what they're talking about, I guess. Most of us don't even want to listen to it. People who've gone through the journey are just like, yeah, I don't want any part of that. It's kind of like being in a corporate environment and not wanting to participate in the upper management meetings because it's just like politics. So we try to avoid that. It drains us. You will recognize that you are being drained by others, people, situations, and circumstances around you. And we don't like that. When somebody depletes us, we feel just sucked. Well, for me, I feel like I'm being pulled down to the ground. Like gravity is sucking me down to the ground. And I don't know about you guys, but it'd be awesome if you share that with us. But that's really what's going on, is it's draining your energy. We love our energy up and filled and full, right? Like I am. You guys love my energy, and that's me on a regular basis most of the time. And my guidance clients will tell you that everybody knows when I'm drained because it's like complete opposite, right? It's like, oh. We also want to work in harmony with other people. We want to work to make humankind so much better because we understand the value of life, of our life, of everybody as a collective consciousness, okay? The entire humanity as a whole. And we want that harmony, we want that peace. For those of you that don't understand what's going on with the planetary alignment, all of the stuff that's going on, which is making most of our lives completely chaotic. Okay, you guys know I got behind from being injured, and then technical difficulties, and then the readings got behind. So I've been dealing, and then I have more technical issues again. So I really got behind, but this has a lot to do with the planetary placement. So we have Mercury in retrograde right now. We have a lunar eclipse that just happened. We have a solar eclipse coming in. Solar eclipses, following the Mercury retrograde. Mercury is about reviewing the past, looking at people's situation, circumstances, and deciding whether they resonate with us anymore. Seeing if we're on the same page with that particular area of our life. The solar eclipse is going to get rid of it. So when I'm telling you some of you are going to lose your job, or you're going to walk out, or partners, or whatever it is, that's what is taking place. So all of this coming through is a shift in the universal atmosphere. We've been in the age of Piscean for over 200 years. We just moved into the age of Aquarius, and that's what this shift is about. So age of Aquarius is fixing all of the stuff that was messed up through the age of Piscean. It's about supremacy. It was about greed. It was about power. It was about whoever had the bestest and the mostest won. And most of that was about men being here, women and races and religious and all other sectors of life being beneath the man. And that is not the reality. That is not how we, after we go through the journey, we do not see humanity in that way. We see us as equals. Everybody's equal, no matter what walk of life we're coming from. So that's really very profound after you come up the other side. And many of you, some of you can start feeling it about halfway point through your journey. Definitely between 3/4 and the end of your journey, it's going to be very, very profound for you. And you will like it. You will like to contribute. You will help people just to help people. There was one day I was working downtown Denver. I was a business consultant for 30 years. And one of my clients was downtown Denver. It was snowing, it was so cold, and there was a man on the ground. He was laying next to one of the manholes where the steam comes out to try and get warm. I felt so bad for him, and I had nothing to give him. You know what I mean? I didn't have anything to give him. And it was all I could do. I cried. Like I cried after because I couldn't help him. So you become very, very attuned to humanity as a whole, and we will reach out to people. We will help people. So yeah, I do donate. I do hand people money. If I feel that they really are in need, I will hand them money. And I taught my children early on to, you know, all the people that stand on the corners, like especially on the off ramps of freeways, there's always homeless people there. So I taught them to really go within, because both of my younger two children are very, very, they're much like I am. They have many gifts like I do. Their time frames are not like mine. I'm more accurate. But I taught them to tune in and, is this person really real? Because some of those people are not real. So we don't want to give it to the people that are trying to rip off others. But you will learn to detect it. You will learn who is real and who really needs that help. So it's all about humanity as a whole. And some of you have sent amazing emails to me where you are actually taking action to make a difference in this world. And I so encourage you, if that's your calling, and you will know if that's your calling. Hi, Netta. Then we also, it's about living in the moment. You guys hear me talk on this show, as well as my public readings, which, by the way, the monthlies will go up. I might get a couple done, but I figured tomorrow, Friday, into Saturday, those will go up along with the Soulmate reading. So I'm getting back on track. I thought I was, and then I had more technical problems. So that's why the Soulmate journey wasn't posted last week, but it's going up this weekend. But living in the moment, not worrying about the past. You see, we review the past, like Mercury in retrograde is about reviewing, right? We look, we pull the lesson out, we give it to God. We let go, we heal it. Now, that memory is still part of ours. And we're never gonna lose that beautiful memory. And I say beautiful for a reason. As we review those situations, I assure you, you will recognize that it wasn't happening to you. It wasn't against you. It was actually leading you back where you needed to go. So there's a lot of gratitude. Now that doesn't mean that we say, oh, okay, you can do that again. No, 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 no. That doesn't even mean that we need to talk to that person or be in that situation again. But we can pull the good out of every negative situation. You all hear me talk about, for every negative, there's a positive. For every positive, there's a negative. Think of us like a battery. We have all this electricity running through us, positive and negative. So we're able to take that positive and move forward with it, knowing that was meant for us. It was the right thing for us. We don't go too far into the future. No, because the future is not here yet. The past is gone. All we have is today. Right now, you and I, this is what we have. This is reality right now. So when we recognize that, we really see the world and people in a very different way. And we definitely get that. And the end of the journey. There's a little bit, I've noticed that people can see, they can become aware of that, but typically in the middle of the journey, but it's rare. Most of you feel it at the end of the journey, 3/4 to the end. You really start coming out of the what you all view as the negative side of your personal journey, but it's really not negative. It's actually creating the best version of you. Lying is no longer going to be part of it. Any kind of deception on our part, we just won't do it. We just won't do it. It's not worth it. We stand strong in who we are. This is me. Just like many of you, this is you, right? And we're proud of it. Hi, Heather. We have this incredible feeling of being at peace. We start realizing we don't want the TV on. We don't want to hear all the rattling. We want to hear the peace, because then we can really feel the connection from the other side to us. But more importantly, we become aligned within ourselves and we enjoy our own company. So when I talk about the Nine of Pentacles, as you all know, I love the Nine of Pentacles, right? It really is about creating a world that you absolutely love. It's not a fake world. It's very real. It's not like a narcissist that actually creates that fake world around them. That peace is coming from inside of you because you are in alignment, and it's an amazing feeling. So for those of you worried about where you're going, it's very, very beautiful where you're going. On the other side of your journey. We also can tell when there is a presence around us. And many of my clients have expressed this to me. They can hear somebody walking around their home. They can feel them. They get the feeling somebody's watching them. And they are being watched. They're being watched over. They're being protected. They're being guided. They're actually being told what to do, how to do it. You all are, as you go through this journey. And it's incredible. But you can hear guides and angels move around. I don't hear angels, but I do hear my guides. And definitely we hear ghosts. You're also allowing anybody that's in the interim from this world and the other side to come in as well. Yes, so we'll talk about that, Joaquin. So it's really important to really feel it and know you are being guided, you are being loved. And when you get to the other side, it's okay. Now, don't get me wrong, every now and then, even and I've lived with it my whole life, every now and then I hear them and I'm like, you know, it kind of like, what? Because you know somebody's there and you can feel them. Or when they rush up, if any of you have had this, you can feel, especially a ghost will do this, they rush up behind you and there's that wind that whips around them and you can feel it like if they're coming up the backside of you, you can feel it. You can feel that push of air. So it kind of it startles you, know. I don't like to go in my basement at night, though. I won't go down there at night. I make my son go down there for me. So it's all about the authentic you starts to emerge and really see the world and the people in the world. You will find yourself resonating toward people who are already gone through the journey, people who are of a higher elevation, higher vibration within themselves. And you won't want to be around anybody negative. It's quite lovely, and it's all about you, self-love within you, and you will see everything will start clicking as you go forward. And it makes sense. You'll know exactly where to go, what direction to go. You'll be guided. You will hear your voice. And some of you make fun of me because I tell you I'm never alone, and I'm not. You are never alone either. But as you go through it, you recognize that they're around you. They've been there your whole life. Your whole life. But we're so wrapped up in society, in social beliefs, and, you know, I was taught that ghosts aren't real when I was little. But I knew better because I could see them, so I knew my parents were lying. But you really see the world and all of the amazement. So what's going on with all of these angels flying around in the clouds and these beautiful, beautiful things that are taking place, you realize that it is something so grand. It's just unbelievable what is taking place. So I hope that you guys, that helps you get an idea for those of you who are going through, excuse me, your spiritual journey, transforming your life. Again, whether it was brought on by the universe or you are doing it on your own, you're still gonna all go through the same thing. And the other side, when you get through all of that confusion, it is absolutely beautiful, you guys. It truly is. So do not fear. Have trust in the unseen. Have faith in the unknown. That's really what it's about. And it's beautiful. So what I want to do now is take a look. I didn't get to answer too many questions last week, but I do want to answer at least two here. I want to talk about two of the topics. I have a whole bunch. I mean, if you guys would like to send them in, please do. Those of you that I have not aired your question, please be patient. It's coming. It is coming. Okay, I have a huge list of questions. So one of the questions is, what is the spiritual meaning of anxiety? And this is from Mandy. We just love Mandy. Anxiety is anxiety. Anxiety is anxiety. Worried, nervous, trying to overthink what is going on. And mostly anxiety is overthinking into the future. It's looking in the what if this happens? What if this happens? You see, we're not in the present moment. We're too far into the future. So anxiety is worrying about something that isn't a reality. It's just an illusion. And keep that in mind as you're lying in bed worrying, is my soulmate going to call me? Am I going to get the promotion? Instead of having anxiety and thinking that you're going to fail at whatever it is, focus on, I will hear from them. I don't know when, but I know I will hear from them. I will get a promotion. I don't know when, but I will. And if you don't, then you'll look for another job where they give you adequate compensation. As you rise, your vibration rises, your confidence rises, and now we won't settle to be treated in a subpar level, if that makes sense to you. The next question is, where'd it go? I know, I'm so goofy, right? Hang tight with any questions, because I will do this one and then I'll answer a couple of your guys' questions as well, all right? Oh, where'd it go? So, when people die, do they have any recollection of people in their past lives? And this is from Fran. So when people die, their soul goes up on the other side, if they're going to the other side. Sometimes they hang around here by choice. They want to go, they want to see their family, they want to console the people that are crying over them being gone. We cry not because they're gone forever. We cry because we want them in our lives right now. We don't want them gone. We don't want to miss them. So they'll hang around. But you can have recollections of your past life while you're alive. So what I mean by this, you don't have to be dead, is where I'm going with this. So you may be, and I think I used this example before, you could have somebody walk up to you and say, well, I don't know how to map this chart out. You never went to school, you don't know anything about it, but you look at it and you say, well, you just need to do da 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 da. And they look at you and go, how do you know that? I don't know, I just know. Oftentimes this wisdom, and that is truly what it is, it's coming from a past life that is being projected into this lifetime. So you can, and this is why I do past life regressions for people. It's not just, you know, for fun. But if they were, let's say, a business consultant into prior past lives, they are bringing this wisdom, this knowledge into this lifetime. What do you think they're going to do success-wise on a financial level by going into that field of work? If it's actually part of their journey, they're going to be a rock star at it, right? Oftentimes we can be a superstar, a movie star in a past life, and come into this life and you feel that you need to be back in the spotlight. And some of us actually are. We'll just absolutely go from death back to rebirth and move forward in that same direction. So you will know, especially those of you going through the journey, what your true life path is and if that is part of it. But the past life can really benefit you a lot. So if you find out you were a financial guru, you were a stockbroker, hypothetically, a stockbroker, so you know how to invest money. Well, if you automatically get it now without education, chances are if you can bring that knowledge forward and actually invest wisely in this lifetime, because that's not a true gift. So if you guys would like to ask any questions now, that would be awesome. Could you work on, if you're asking me to help somebody, absolutely. I don't know who you want me to work on, but yes, I can help people. Please send me an email, sendingsoulsjourney@gmail.com. And I didn't see your name. I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. Okay. Hi, Fran. I feel you both now. Okay. So I hope this has been a benefit for you guys. I thank you all for joining. I wish you so much love and have a wonderful week. Look for your monthlies. I'll do a little comment. I'll post the comment like I did for the live show, like I've been doing for the live show. But I'll let you guys know on the comment section when those readings are being uploaded, and then you'll know. You guys, all the best. Much love. Bye.